Right now, I'm bringing you the highlights from the Clash of Clans World Championship Grand Final. Every single attack that mattered, all in one video. By the end of this video, you are going to know who won the Clash of Clans World Championship, in case you didn't know already, and you're going to know how they won as well. We're going to be starting off with round number 1, because the World Championship of Clash of Clans was the best of 3 wars. So whoever wins 2 out of those 3 is going to be taking home that win. First, in for MCES, we've got Linade coming in with a Sui Lalo Electron type attack. Now, the Kings actually did some tanking over there on the right while also doing some funneling. While he was tanking that archer tower, those bowlers were boulder bouncing a wizard tower to really set the funnel for the queen. He can't drop the queen quite yet. You'll notice that elixir pump still up. The minions take it down. Now the queen can head right in with that ice golem. Their objective is going to be both of those multi-target infernos and maybe that wizard tower as well. Now, as this goes down, you notice the queen hops over to the right. He very intentionally did not open up more than what he did with that jump spell. Because of that, she's not going to actually path to that multi on the left, but with her ability, she's going to be taking down that enemy archer queen, which is huge. She also gets the CC pull, which is going to be an archers and a hound, but the archers are going to pull over to the stone slammer, which is perfect because then he can poison them. He used an archer to lure the hound separate from the other archers down to the bottom side of the base. Now he's coming in with the lava loon. The queen already went down, so he does not need to worry about getting her down with the electron before starting the loons. He can start the loons and that stone slammer at the same time, and because that stone slammer is going to be providing some tanking for those loons coming in. Has a free spell down on the town hall, keep it from doing too much damage to those loons, and then a Grand Warden ability as well. Look at this, working through the base. The E-Dragon is out now, and he's got plenty of loons. Gets a clone spell down, clone even more loons into the core of that base, and this is looking really strong. We got plenty of loons coming into this last multi-target inferno. Air defense section, we've still got an E-Dragon up with pretty much full health. Loons are coming in there to that last multi-target inferno. E-Dragon's going to get a chain on it, which takes it down. At this point, we know that is 3 stars for Linade, 3 stars on the board for MCES. Next up, we got Wei coming in for Team Nova. He's going to be coming in with a hybrid attack. He's going to be using healers into some P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, and then Lava Loon on the back end. Very unique attack strategy we're seeing out of Wei. He's trying to answer that triple from Linade of MCES with a triple of his own. Queen is actually setting the funnel on the right hand side, getting that air defense down, but basically just suing her, letting her die, getting the value, cutting in the funnel, but dying nonetheless. Now, Grand Warden walk on the left hand side. We saw this a number of times throughout the World Championship. He can do a lot of great free funneling while staying really far back from the defenses, so he generally doesn't need as many healers. I want to say Wei's only got like 3 healers on him right here, and then going to be bringing in those P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, and that Grand Warden is going to be he's just going to head right over to the P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers as soon as they end up getting placed there, because he's a support hero. He likes to follow troops whenever he can. The Teslas were a little much for him to deal with, so ends up dropping a rage spell, help those get down, get that funnel established. Now, he's going to be cutting over, joining up with those P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, and you're hoping for a healer transfer over onto those P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers as well. Sure enough, healers transfer right to the P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers. Gonna rage them up. Look for that Grand Warden ability to be used, keeping that whole group invincible, getting that town hall down, and gonna try and get as much of a push into this base as possible to bring that lava loon around to help up the last portion of this attack. We got a stone slammer already coming in on the left hand side. Beautiful spot to use a stone slammer there. It's well away from any air defenses, so it's going to be able to grab plenty of value before it starts getting taken down. Then he's got a hound and some loons coming in. Hound goes down pretty quick to that air defense and seeking air mine, but it manages to pull a lot of traps and really protect those loons that are coming in behind it. We got a freeze down on that backside multi-tower X-bow compartment there, really limiting the amount of damage that was coming in on those loons from that multi. The other multi is being tanked by healers, warden, P.E.K.K.A.s, and bowlers, so it's really not getting much damage in at all on those loons. We've only got maybe 2 of those beams dealing damage to loons. And guys, this one looks good. Oh, look at that. Look at that last-minute tornado trap. The loons are in trouble as they're coming into that last multi, but they had plenty of health to get it down. And we know that this is a triple. Team Nova has answered the 3-star by MCES with one of their own. Now, Trihard coming in for MCES, trying to give MCES the advantage. They are tied on 3 stars at this point. So if Trihard can come in and bring in a triple, then it's going to look good for MCES. Here we go. Grand Warden Walk used once again. Look at this. He's just doing a ton of free funneling over there. I consider it free funneling because the queen, you actually have to funnel her to keep her from walking the other direction. You don't really have to funnel the warden. He's going to follow the troops anyways. Once again, we're seeing a rage use because he is pretty slow. Once you rage him up, he does about as much damage as a queen does normally. So it speeds him up, getting that funnel established a little sooner. You only have 3 minutes to get these attacks done, so time is an issue. If you're going to wait a whole minute for the Grand Warden to do his funneling, chances are you're probably going to be time failing the attack. Also has a king and a P.E.K.K.A on the right hand side, nailing in that last part of the funnel, killing that enemy barbarian king. We got P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers going up the gut, looking for that healer swap. Once again, only one of those healers has swapped onto the P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, but that Grand Warden ability is going to be keeping them invincible as they move through this base. Has 2 jumps to move them as far through this base as possible, and going to have a Stone Slammer for the backside. Look for that to come down in an area like up top where the air defense has already gone down, and it's going to be able to get a ton of value. He's not placing it quite yet, though. Now we've got the air defense down on the bottom side as well, so now he sends that Stone Slammer in on the bottom side. Generally, you're going to get some really good value for that Stone Slammer if you can keep it in an area where there's a lot of defenses, but no air defenses. So here we go. Queen is doing her thing over on the right-hand side. She does not have any healers with her right now, but she's going to be able to pop her ability and take out that whole inner layer of defenses, leaving a really manageable chunk of defenses for the loons inside of this Stone Slammer. Look for that freeze to come down with a haste spell, and guys, this base is absolutely annihilated. Honestly, I'm not even convinced that he had to use the freeze on this, but come on, this is the World Championship. What are you going to do? Is he going to swag? Is he going to swag a freeze? He is going to swag that freeze spell. Beautiful, beautiful attack by Trihard. That is going to give MCES the 2 3-star advantage over Team Nova. So Team Nova only tripled 1 in this war. MCES tripled twice. Everything else was 2-starred. So MCES wins round number 1. By 1 triple, up on 1 star over Team Nova. So Team Nova is going to have to win the next 2 wars in a row if they have any hope of winning this championship. That brings us into round number 2. Clean slate, fresh war. Here we go. We got UZP coming in on Team MCS, Arium of MCS. Now he's going to be using a Queen Charge Hog attack. Now, since Hogs got nerfed, we don't see them at near as much as we used to, but they are still effective. They are still in the meta because we do still see them about as often as we see most of the other popular 3-star attacks. We're just not seeing them more often like we used to. So looking to charge his queen in towards this town hall right here. Has a few troops over on the right hand side to do some funneling. Had a king out on the bottom to push her to the right, a few hogs and some funneling troops to push her inside. Now, unfortunately, she draws out and does not charge into that town hall, so he's gonna have to try and recover. His funnel is blown, and he definitely wanted to get that town hall with his queen charge. And you know, with the Queen Charge Hog attack, you've also got to take out that enemy queen and that enemy CC, and he has not taken out any of that yet. But he's still got some loons and a baby dragon, kind of a second chance funnel, if you will, just in case she walked. He really must have been planning for that just in case she walked around, because otherwise I don't know why you would have those extra funneling troops in there on a Queen Charge Hog Rider attack, but he did. So he must have thought that might have been a possibility, and he had enough troops to push her in from around the side. So she's still going to be getting that town hall. That town hall activated, and it was already targeting her healers. So that freeze spell was necessary. Keep those healers alive and well. That way he still has a chance of killing this enemy CC and killing that enemy queen. Last rage spell goes down on her. Luckily, the enemy queen was not locked onto her quite yet, but he pops that ability to get through it quickly, get that queen killed before she starts targeting those hogs, and moves out of range of his queen. So at this point, enemy queen is down, so is the CC, so is the town hall, and hogs are already rocking and rolling through this base. Can they get that multi-target inferno down? It did get skipped, and he's got a ton of hogs on the bottom, but that multi is looking like trouble. Luckily, that last hog combined with a warden shot is gonna get it taken down, and we know that this is a triple for Team Nova. Now, unfortunately, MCES had a really hard war this time. They did not triple anything. Nova tripled once, everything else was 2-starred, so Nova wins round 2 on stars, which brings us into round number 3. The winner of this war will win the entire Clash of Clans championship. Once again, it is a fresh war, clean slate for both teams. UZP coming in once again, and this time he's going to be using Queen Charge Hog Riders again. Let's see if he can bring that triple, give Nova an advantage in this last match of the World Championship. King was used on the right hand side there, cut in the funnel so the queen walks to the left. Also looks like you got a bowler bounce on that left hand side with the wizard working on that gold storage so that that queen goes in towards that town hall. So has a Coco Loon in there testing for any seeking air mines that would otherwise kill one of his healers. Does already have a CC pull. He's trying to delay that poison until the hound gets over there. That way he can still take advantage of that poison spell when the hound is popped. The lava pups are out and it will help kill them so much faster, and time is an issue on every single one of these attacks, especially if it is a queen charge. It's very difficult to get a Town Hall 12 3-starred within that 3-minute mark. That's part of what makes it so challenging. We see so many time fails at Town Hall 12 and what would have otherwise been 3-star attacks. So getting through that lava hound quickly is very, very important for getting that attack done in that 3-minute time limit. Look at that triple wall break. Sneaks them in under rage, gets 3 different sections opened up, but I'm not convinced that his queen is going to take any of those other wall breaks on the left. Does take the one right down the middle, though. That is a money one. That's going to bring her right into that enemy queen, and right before she locks onto that enemy queen, he gets his hog started. Once again, always worrying about time, wants to save time, does not want to risk having a time fail, so starts those hogs even before that enemy queen goes down, just because he knows that she's getting ready to go down. We got a Stone Slammer coming in on the bottom, trying to take care of some of those outside defenses. That way that main pack of hogs stays in one core group on the inside where it can be healed effectively. And look at that last heal, comes down, still has a free spell in his pocket. Look for that to come down on that multi-target Inferno. That thing does a ton of damage. It does like 80 damage to each of 5 targets, which is 400 DPS total. So if it's on a pack of your troops, it will wear through them pretty quickly. Excellent choice to get frozen. And that was a triple for Nova. So they're up 1 triple to nothing. Next, we got Hugo Stiglitz in for MCES. He wants to answer that triple, bring them up to even ground, even footing in this war. These were the first 2 attacks of this war, by the way, and this one right here is one of the most insane queen charges that I have ever seen in my entire life. This is not going to go to plan for Hugo here. Watch this wall break. Looks great so far. Textbook, if you will. Gets a king in and a test wall breaker. Now he's going to be getting a free spell down, dropping the other 4 wall breakers, but that air defense behind the wall was already down. So the wall breakers move around it to break by that multi-target Inferno that was frozen, but they get sprung by that spring trap. Now, he's in trouble. He's got 1 more wall breaker. That's it. 1 more. He has not opened up that multi-target Inferno compartment, which is very important because the queen cannot reach that multi on the left-hand side from outside the wall. So if she does not reach it, she will skip it, and all of her healers will be targeted, and they will be dead. Check this out, how he comes back from this. Once this town hall goes down, he's going to get a freeze on that multi-target Inferno, a rage on his queen. Look at that wall breaker sneaking in there, gets the rage spell in there, so that single raged wall breaker gets the wall break because that multi-target Inferno was frozen, and just like that, he is back in it. His queen decides to move over to the left take out that multi before it takes out all her healers. At this point in the crowd, in the stadium, we were all going nuts. I don't care who you were rooting for at this point, you were psyched up about this attack because that is the most insane recovery that I have ever seen on a queen charge. Just absolute perfection, and he's gonna be rewarded for it. Look at this, we've got the queen moving in. Enemy queen is not dead yet at this point. He's actually going to catch his queen inside of that warden ability, and because of that, she's going to weather that giant bomb, take out that Expo, get healed back up enough where she's able to take out this enemy archer queen with her very last shot. Look at that, she goes down right before the enemy archer queen takes her queen down, and just like that, this is the most insane recovery that you will ever see in Clash of Clans, and it happened on the world stage at the World Championship. So because of that, he's gonna get this triple. He's got so many full health loons coming out of there. They don't have any more spells, but they got a ton of health left. It's gonna be enough to get in there and get that multi-target Inferno taken down. Even with those skelly spells chasing him, it's going to be enough for the triple. So now Team Nova and MCES are gonna be tied at 1 triple each, which brings us in to Linade. Back for MCES, he's coming in on one of Team Nova, and it looks like he's going to be using an Electron Lava Loon attack. This is a beautiful Sui. You're going to notice that enemy CC is in range of this queen, but he's going to be able to sneak his queen in, grab the Town Hall. Look at that poison spell to slow down the enemy CC troops as they come out. That way the queen's able to pop her ability, get the Town Hall taken down, and that poison spell is going to be right there to kill those CC troops as they're coming out, except for the Hound. Queen dies in time that she does not pop it. Now look at this. The Hound is going after the ground troops, so he's actually going to be waiting for his ground troops to die out. He's going to wait for his king to die so he can lure that Hound out of the way. That way it does not get in the way of this Electron. Last thing in the world you want is for your E-Dragon to lock onto a Hound, because if that happens, that E-Dragon's not getting any value, and he's counting on this E-Dragon to get that queen killed. He does not have any skelly spells in this, so if he wants to be successful with this Lava Loon attack that he's got going for the rest of this base, he's got to get this queen killed by that E-Dragon, gets her frozen just to be on the safe side. E-Drag's caught inside of that tornado trap, but it gets the queen down and managed to get off a chain or two in there as well. So now we got Lava Loon coming in from the right. He's cut out a little chunk of it, but he's got pretty much his entire army left. Nice Grand Ward ability, catching a ton of loons in it as they're coming into this backside with a multi-target with an air defense, keeping them invincible. Then he freezes that multi, so they're still not taking damage from it for so much longer. Freezes the next multi-target Inferno. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got like 30 balloons coming in to the backside of this attack. They already know that's a triple. They are already celebrating this one. So now MCES has the advantage over Team Nova. 2 3-stars to only 1 3-star over on Team Nova, and that's going to bring us in to our next attack. We've got MCES coming in again. This is Trihard. Ladies and gentlemen, this attack is going to change the outlook for this entire war. Huge moment. There was no moment bigger than this one in this World Championship. Not in the entire tournament was there a moment bigger than this one. So Trihard coming in, he's trying for a Sui Lalo. So he wants the queen to go in there, grab that multi-target Inferno, the Expo, or, you know, the Wizard Tower at least, possibly the Expo as well, but the multi-target was definitely a main target of this, and probably hoping to get that enemy queen down as well. And with the, if that queen would have gone in there, she would have got it. That king was out in front tanking. She would have grabbed the multi. She would have grabbed the queen. So first thing goes wrong on this. Queen does not go inside the base right there. So the multi stays up, and more importantly, that enemy queen stays up as well. So now he needs to try to kind of try to fix this attack on the fly. So he's going to be direct targeting that multi-target Inferno with the Stone Slammer, and then he's coming in from the right with the Lava Loon portion of this attack. Now, worth noticing, he has not activated the Town Hall yet. He does not have an Earthquake spell to activate the Town Hall, and you gotta get to that 51% to activate the Town Hall before it gets activated. The loons will not go for it as a defense. So here we go. Coming in from the top hand side, haste on the bottom. He's still got 2 rages and a haste left. And look at this, we're only at 48%. Town Hall has not been activated yet. 49, 50% pops that Grand Warden ability, but at this point all of his loons are down and they have passed that Town Hall. Guys, the Town Hall is not going down. This is going to be a 1-star for Trihard. This is a guy that went 5 for 6 before this attack in this tournament, and now the tide has shifted. Their previous 1-star lead is erased, and now they are down on percent and tied on stars. All right, so that's going to lead in to a Team Nova attack by Juan. MCES is now behind due to that 1-star. And right there, you actually saw Juan deleting his old army and recooking another one. He's over there to LP because this is a new plan that he's going in with. He was not planning for this army, changed his mind, changed his army at the last moment, and then here we go with what is, I don't know, almost kind of a YOLO attack. Probably about as YOLO as you could get for the World Championship when you're changing your plan at the last possible moment to an E-Dragon attack strategy. Queen is going to Sui over on the right-hand side, cutting in those outer defenses, getting a funnel established. Now we got loons coming in front of the E-Dragons. We got 2 more E-Dragons down on the bottom, trying to cut in the funnel, take out all those trash buildings on the outside of this base. That way the main force of E-Dragons stays in the base. Has a poison spell for the enemy clan castle, which is good because it is mixed. You got witches in there, you got archers in there, you got a dragon in there, which can keep E-Dragons held up for quite a while. So the only thing that's left in that CC is going to be a dragon, but 1 E-Dragon is enough to get it taken out. Now he's just raging and freezing throughout the base, freezing the combo of the Eagle Artillery, which would otherwise rain down on those E-Dragons, and also freezing the Sweeper, which would definitely be pushing them back. Even with the rage spells, guys, they're not that fast. A Sweeper has to be frozen if it's pushing the E-Dragons back. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. So now they're kind of spreading out. All right, they're totally spreading out. We got 2 up top, 2 in the middle, 2 on the bottom with a big pack of loons. But the E-Dragons that are left are getting off some chains. Ladies and gentlemen, if he can 3-star this attack, this will be a game changer for Team Nova. Look at how agonizingly slow these things are going. He's still got, looks like, a minion in the composition, maybe a minion or 2, just to kind of help clean up those outer structures, but you can't play them where they can be reached by defenses. Otherwise, you might as well not even play them at all. Look at those loons going in. If they can get that air defense down, the E-Dragons might be able to manage the rest of this base. Oh, soaking up that Seeking Air Mine was huge. That air defense goes down. He thinks he might have it. He might have it at this point. One of those E-Dragons has got quite a lot of health. He's still got a Grand Warden that's level 40, so that Grand Warden by itself does a ton of damage. Lucky break right here as the E-Dragons move into this multi-target Inferno, skipping the cannon. He knows it's a triple right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Nova with that triple has backed MCES into a corner. Makes it really difficult for them to come out and win this war, and they do not put up any more triples after this. That attack won this war for Team Nova. They are the winners of the first ever Clash of Clans World Championship. Absolutely insane. The amount of back and forth in this war. MCES looked like they were just going to sweep them. They took a commanding lead, took that first war down, took Nova down with ease. And then both clans had a rough war in round 2. Nova putting up the only triple of the whole war to make it even at 1 war each. And then you guys saw the roller coaster that was that last war. MCES coming up early, 2 triples to only 1 triple. And then that unlucky 1-star to change the course of the war for MCES. And then Juan of Team Nova coming in with that triple to seal the deal, making Nova the first ever world champions of Clash of Clans. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I've got a ton more world championship content coming up. Now, I gotta tell you, I appreciate every single one of my viewers, but you who hang in until the very end of the video, you are my favorite. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, click right above my head and subscribe right there. And guys, check out the 2 awesome videos right on either side of me. Click on one of those and we can keep hanging out. I'll see you next time.